Welcome to Subramani. Today I'm going to talk to you about something which all of us have experienced. It is the choice supportive bias. Again, let me read from Investopedia. In cognitive science, choice supportive bias is a tendency to retroactively ascribe positive attributes to an option one has selected already. It is a cognitive bias. For example, if a person decides to buy a computer from a particular brand, right? So then let's say you bought an Apple or you are about to buy an Apple, then very likely that you will downplay Windows, you will downplay the others, and you will start looking for very positive things here. It happens in case of a sports team also. You can't see the mistakes of your favorite team. So if you like Sachin Tendulkar, or let's say you like MS Dhoni, more than you like, say, Kapil Dev, then you cannot find any fault with Dhoni or Sachin Tendulkar, and you can find a lot of faults with Kapil Dev. Sounds ridiculous because to the Sachin Tendulkars or the Dhonis, it hardly matters whom you're supporting, but you can see that bias when you are arguing and saying why A is the greatest or B is not the greatest and things like that, and saying, oh, he did this, and then you saying, oh, in those days life was far more difficult, they did not get so much money. You find all kinds of reasons to support the support your own idea, right? So whether it is supporting a team, whether it is supporting a person, whether it is supporting a purchase of shares, you buy a particular share, then you can't see anything wrong with that share. You cannot hear anything against, right? These things happen. I cannot see anything against a share which I've been holding for 40 years. So if somebody tells me that they are slipping in market share, I have to do a control or deal of my holding and then start looking at it very, very clearly, right? It's very difficult. It's not to say it is easy, but what I do in my case of personally when I have those shares is I try selling them down. Let's say I have 15,000 shares of a particular company, and somebody tells me, look, this is wrong, their sales is not growing, they are not coordinating well, we put money for this but that's not happening, then I start selling it a bit, and then it happened to me in case of Biocon. I sold it at a fantastic price and I never wanted to enter it again. I bought Syngene has done well. So these kind of biases happen when you have a share. It's very difficult for you to say I will not be biased, and you will always like what you already have. It's very difficult to do that. So typically it also comes to, well, spending money on a favorite brand or a product. You will justify all that and say, oh, this is fantastic, I will buy it at this price. So there are companies with good brands which are able to, when they do a launch, they are able to get people standing in queue to buy it, right? Once a person becomes a regular customer for a particular product, as long as nothing changes much about the product, like say Coke, then people will you keep using it and not worry too much about whether it is good or bad, right? This is often voiced and things like, oh, it's always worked for me, so what is the problem? So things like that. So I do this when you buy, it could be anything, could be as simple as buying a particular brand of medicine, could be buying a soft drink, or going to a particular restaurant and say, no, this restaurant is always good, it's always been good for me. What to do, how to beat this bias is to look for independent views. When I think equity markets are fairly priced, I ask a friend who hates equity markets, and he says he can come with 100 reasons why it's saying it is overpriced. You see, all fund managers are saying it is fully priced, so why are you not seeing that? So, right? So trust. Ask people whom you trust and whose reviews you trust. It can't be just somebody who came online and gave you a view. This has to be a person whom you can trust as an expert in that field, right? Also, regularly keep reviewing your buying habits. This happens in case of a corporate. They ask, why are you buying this brand? Why are you doing this, right? I've seen that happen in case of grinding wheels, electrodes, whatever it is. At the factory level, somebody will ask, saying, why are you buying this brand? Why not some other brand? What experiments are you doing? Why are you not trying something else? Right? So maybe that other product is good, but you, out of habit or whatever reason, some reason, you just keep buying whatever you have been buying. So if you do these things, it's very likely that you will not be swayed by this confirmation bias, right?